Hello, everybody. Welcome to Druggers Pod here, Lee Houston, and yes, once again, Brandon Wright is indisposed at the moment. I would like to say he's out the country. I believe he did say something about Japan. I remember he was talking. I was at Walmart at the time. I wasn't paying attention, and he said something about going to Japan again for some reason. I don't know why that boy was so obsessed with Japan. Anyway, the only two things I like about Japan, the no tip thing, they don't allow tipping in Japan, and professional wrestling in Japan. New Japan Noah, of course, New Japan Pro Wrestling itself, New Japan Noah, all these Japanese wrestling promotions, and there's no tipping in Japan. They won't let you tip, which is great. In the meantime, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and not too far from now, it'll be Christmas. Ain't that something? We just touched our face for Thanksgiving, and we sat around the table, or whatever you do for Thanksgiving, and expressed a moment of gratitude. And right after that, you went shopping for Black Friday. Those who participate in Black Friday, I cannot stand Black Friday physically, because I don't want to slap nobody. Because I ain't got the patience to be sitting in a line all day and all night. I'm getting older now. I ain't got time for that. I do my Black Friday shopping online. Thank you very much. But I do hate going out. If I'm shopping online, I get out of my bed and get my card or something. I do hate that. Sometimes my devices remember my number. Sometimes my devices, they don't. I gotta get out of the bed and I gotta get my card. Otherwise, they'll remember my devices. Sometimes they don't. But I do hate get out of the bed, get my card. But I do not have the patience to get out of line, to be in line all night for Black Friday. So I do my Black Friday shopping online. So as far as being inside the store with that, nah. Back in the day, little story time for you. Back in the day, my mom used to buy birthday gifts and Christmas gifts all in one sitting, because my birthday not too far from Thanksgiving. So yeah, Thanksgiving, a few days later is my birthday. And we went to Toys R Us for the first and the last time. I ain't been Toys R Us, when I was a kid, of course. Now, by the way, ain't nothing wrong with Toys R Us nowadays. They don't exist nowadays, but ain't nothing wrong with Toys R Us nowadays. Whatever makes you happy, go for it, man. Anyway, my mom let me get all the toys that I could handle, all the toys within reason, as far as prices go. Within reason as far as prices go. That line wasn't too bad. It was decent. You made a few friends here and there. And at the time now, Toys R Us would let you play with the toys in the store. Sometimes you could actually play with not all Toys R Us, but different locations. If they're cool with it, they'll let you play in the store with the toys. Some stores you got to buy it, play with it in the box. While it's in the box, play with it. While it's in the box, go home, play with it. And God help somebody who has a drum set. Oh my God. God help the parent who has a drum set, who buys a drum set. In fact, what I would do, I would punish the aunt, the uncle, the grandpa, the grandma. God bless grandma and grandpa, by the way. But I would punish them by, you are babysitting every summer every summer. If you buy my kid a drum set, because all they're going to do is be banging. Now, let's keep it real. Kids are not coordinated like that. They have to learn that the skill. Now, they want to learn how to play drums. That's one thing. They buying just to make noise and noise and noise. All this banging and clanging and banging and clanging. Nah. So I would punish that individual by you are babysitting every summer. You ain't got no choice in the matter because you decided to buy a freaking drum set. So you gonna babysit every summer. So that's how I would do it. But hey, and God bless grandparents, man, because grandparents, when mom and dad can't afford it, or mom say no, grandpa comes through the back door, if you will, and say how much. And it's pretty much a blank check. My grandma blessed the mess out of me, man. It was almost like a blank check. But the problem is the time was crunching. I had practically a blank check. Like, she asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And the time was like, days was coming closer to my birthday. Thanksgiving and my birthday, like that. And like, I was like, I don't know what I want. Cause like I practically have a blank check and don't know what to do with it. Like, I would love that. I would love that frustration. Like, I have a blank check and don't know what to put on there. You can buy whatever in the world you want to, and price is not an option. Price is not a problem in that particular moment, within reason, of course. So God bless grandparents. But if your grandparents are still alive today, please, by all means, the first thing out of your mouth should not be, can I or do you have? Okay, check on them now and then, love on them, check on them. Of course you love them, but check on them, make sure they're all right. Do you need anything? Make sure they're straight. My great grandfather on my mother's side, we call him Daddy Ray. That's pretty much all I know. He's a army. I want to say an army veteran. My grandfather's brother. Well, I say uncle because uncle can mean a lot of things. It can mean your parents' best friend. It can mean your parents' best friend. It can mean your mama's brother. I have a cousin that's I have a cousin for years. I call him Uncle Moses, and the whole nobody's ever corrected me on it. That he's really my cousin. Nobody's ever corrected me on it, so he's really my cousin Moses. But all this year I call him Uncle Moses, so it's close enough. But anyway, I have an uncle that served in the army, in the Air Force Army, in the Army. So my great grandfather on my mother's side, Daddy Ray, it would be interesting to have him, that'd be cool to have him alive in my era. My niece and nephews are blessed beyond belief. They have their great grandfather in their time today. You know what a rarity it is to grow up and have your great grandparents alive and well in your time. You know how many people wish they could have their great grandfather alive right now? My great nephew, when he grows up, he's a child now. So he doesn't probably, it probably won't come on him, like realization won't hit him to like his mid-20s, late 20s. He like, wait a minute, hold up. I'm blessed, man. My great grandfather's alive and well by that point. But the point is, if those of you have your grandparents, some of you, your great grandparents, don't call them up, be like, can I do you have this and that? Check on them, man. Just check on them. And if they want to bless you, fine. But check on them first. Secondly, I'll get to my wrestling in a minute. Thanksgiving was interesting. My dad came down from Monroe. We went to his side of the families for Thanksgiving, and to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real. None of them can cook. I said it. I said what I done did said it. Like made it from Cars. That's why I done did say it. They cannot cook. Some of them cannot cook. I don't know who that is, but one of them last year it was not a appetizing Thanksgiving. But at my house, I was full. But anyway, I went to see a movie called Bonhoeffer. Every year I do it every year anyway. I go to the night before Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving. Sometimes on Thanksgiving, it's not the day before Thanksgiving. I go to Christmas too. Either Christmas Eve, day before Christmas Eve. I go see a movie. I need to see the Rock's movie, Red One. I saw Moana 2. It is great. I liked it. The Rock's daughters are in it. They play one character together. They play one character. The Moana's little sister. For years, they didn't believe The Rock was Maui in Moana. For years. And The Rock's like, okay, why don't you come on the set and I'll let you work with me for a little bit. And they gave her a little character to test just to see where they're at. Nobody is saying this will lead to acting. Maybe not. If they want to, fine. It's a nice little something for them to do. If it leads to acting for them, that's great. By the way, I'm going to talk about nepotism in professional wrestling. Oh yes, either here on on wrestling tracks. Nepotism. Oh, it exists. I'm talking about that in a second if I can get to it. Either here or on wrestling tracks. Anyway, so Rock's daughters, his youngest daughters, came out. His tornadoes, as he calls them, and they did one character together. They both played Moana's little sister, and they did a good job. They finally believe now, after all these years, they finally believe their dad is Maui, as far as Moana goes. I went to see Bonhoeffer. Bonhoeffer is, if you like history, this movie is cool. If you don't like history, it's not for you. If you're not a history buff like myself, it's boring as hell. I love history, so I went and had a good time. At school, I just love history. Outside of wrestling, I love history. I don't know why, but like the nerd in me comes out in history, man. Like history class, for my sick pleasure. I did the whole report on Martin Luther King Sr. Hear me now. Senior, not junior, senior. Anybody can do Martin Luther King Jr. That's simple. Anybody can do a report on Martin Luther King Jr. That's so easy. Do some challenges. I did a report on Martin Luther King Sr. History barely speaks of Martin Luther King Sr. And it was just for my sick pleasure. It wasn't going to be graded. The teacher wasn't even in the lesson plan. Black History Month wasn't even in the lesson plan for Black History Month. You would think surely Black History Month we would have people you never heard about. Surely Black History Month. No. It wasn't in the lesson plan. My teacher's black, by the way. It wasn't in the lesson plan. It wasn't gonna be in the history books. It wasn't gonna be talked about ever. For my sick educational pleasure, if you will, I just did it for the hell of it. But I love history, and it was cool. But anyway, uh, Bonhoeffer was, I want to say this was right before Hitler's rise to power. He started preaching. Bonhoeffer's a pastor. He's a spy. He's a pastor. When need be, an assassin. When need be. And Bonhoeffer was like, hey man, let's stick to the gospel. The gospel's good enough by itself. The gospel is good enough alone. The church belongs to Jesus and Jesus alone. And the Germans like, well, we need to take lead from our leader, uh, Adolf Hitler. And this is like the rise, right before the rise to power of Hitler in Germany. And you know how that turned out. And Hitler did. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Hitler did himself a favor when he took himself out. Cause yeah, he did himself a favor. He kind of unalived himself. He did the world a big old favor. Now, spiritually speaking, I think Hitler is burning eternity in hell. You, for years, Hitler just disrespected God. You abused God's people. You murdered God's people for years. And you gonna get away with it? Nah. In fact, I believe in hell, Hitler has to hear every name, every Jewish name ever. All those people in the Holocaust. All those people in the Holocaust. Hitler has to hear every single name on that list. Every single name. As Hitler burns in hell for all eternity. Hitler has to hear that every single day, every single year. And hell has no time. So forever. Those Jewish names. Hitler has to hear that all of eternity. Those are the people that you murdered. That you brutally, for no reason, murdered. They had nothing to they had no problem with you. Now, if it was a legal issue, you could have brought them to court and let the law work it out. In Germany, the German law, I don't know how that works out in Germany. It was a legal problem, you could have brought them to court, let the law figure this out. But you kill people for your sick pleasure. I can go into all that for days. But anyway, I've seen Bonhoeffer. If you love history, check it out. But I can tell you, Mariah, yes, Mariah Carey, it is time, or not now, but hang on a second. Mariah, oh Mariah, sweet, sweet Mariah, your fine self. Now, Mariah, it's time.
It's practically here. Let's see what you've got. What's this?
It must be magic. You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Isn't that mistletoe?
Yes!
Thank you for inviting me.
Watch Freeform's 25 Days of Christmas.
Now, it's ironic. I didn't mean to put the Holocaust name in front of the Christmas name, but it's all good. But not all good, but it is what it is. Ironically, this year Hanukkah is after Christmas on the calendar. Normally it's the week before Christmas. Hanukkah, our Jewish brethren, they celebrate Hanukkah. We celebrate Christmas. So normally it'd be Hanukkah, then Christmas. This year is Christmas, then Hanukkah. All my African folks, we celebrate Kwanzaa. I don't really celebrate Kwanzaa myself, but they celebrate Kwanzaa and all this stuff here. Now, fun fact for you, my little opinion here. I personally, I'm not debating the date of the Lord's birth. I'm not debating the Lord came. No doubt about it, the Lord came. Jesus came. Jesus died. Jesus was born. Jesus ate, drank, laughed, cried, had fun. Jesus slept. Jesus got hungry. Jesus got angry. One time in the church, in the temple, when they turned the temple to Walmart and cleared the temple out. They turned tables over. That's the one time he got mad. One time he got mad, he turned tables over in the temple. Another time, the fig tree. But the figs, Jesus saw a fig tree and wanted figs, and the fig didn't produce. The tree didn't produce any fruit, and Jesus cursed the tree, and the tree died right then and there. But there's no debating Jesus came. The debate is when. Isaiah prophesied, the first to prophesy the birth of the Messiah, Jesus. Okay. Matthew, first to write it down. Luke wrote his version down. There's no debate Jesus came. The debate is, when did he come? That's the debate. When did he come? So, and surely it's not the 24th, 25th. And snow in the Palestine area, I don't think riding camels in the snow is possible. When we think about the nativity, we picture a cold night. We picture winter. We picture a cold night when the Lord was born. There's no in the prophecy from Isaiah, Matthew's account, Luke's account. There's no record of the timing of that birth. That's no record of the timing of snow. There's no mention of what time of day it is, night or day. Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? A Jewish baby, that could have happened probably in the daytime. That could have happened in the nighttime. We don't know for sure. All we know, Jesus came. And Jesus came through the back door. Everybody who's a Jew and that culture was expecting Jesus come through like David, like another David, another Joshua. And God said, nah, I'm going to flip the script. Oh, they're Nazareth. There's a virgin girl in Nazareth. I'm going to need her. She's the key to all this going down. A virgin girl in Nazareth named Mary. She's going to be the key to all this taking place. Now, you want to make a Catholic mad, tell her Mary's not holy. You want to make a Catholic mad. And Mary is not holy. She's righteous because of the blood of Jesus. She's righteous, but she's not holy. Nobody in heaven is holy but the Lord, but the Godhead, the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. Nobody in heaven is holy. The angels and the Godhead. Now, most people, Catholic folks, they take angels and they go way left with it. They worship angels. They pray to angels. No, baby. No, don't do that. Angels are just like you, except they can fly. Angels are messengers. The Bible said, Jesus himself said, one day you're going to judge the angels. One day you're going to judge the angels. How you going to judge angels if you ain't right? How you going to judge angels if you can't even cooperate together? How you going to judge the angels if you can't get yourself together? So, angels are just messengers. That's the only difference. They can fly. That's the only difference. They could come up on Earth in different ways and different, like in that. One of the prophets mentions They have multiple eyes and multiple wings and multiple eyes and all that stuff. I don't know why so many eyes, but okay. You're going to have to ask God when you tell me. But why so many eyes, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. They have one assignment to get to Earth. God sends an angel to Earth. Do this. Go say this to this person. And tell them I said this. That's the assignment. Now, how they deliver that message is up to them. The message is from God. God ordered them to say this, that, and the other. How they, the way they deliver it, is, I guess, is up to them. No. Zechariah, Gabriel came to Zechariah first. If you're going with Luke, John's gospel, but Luke's gospel, Zechariah, hey, you gonna have a baby. Lord, I'm too old for it. We got the business out. We too old for this. God's Zechariah said, hold up, look here. I stand before God Himself. God told me to tell you you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna doubt me. That's fine. You won't speak to your baby born. At that moment, God took His voice, literally. He can't say a word, he can't say nothing till his baby born. Now, Mary, she said the same thing. How can this be? But hers was like, okay, Lord, will be done. Zechariah, a little bit of doubt was thrown in there. Doubt has no room for faith. Faith has no room with doubt. You're gonna believe, or you're gonna either believe or not. Anyway, that's a whole different message. But I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas is upon us. I'm going into rant mode here. I should roll all this down. My key points, rather. Christmas is almost, not all, well, it'll be a while, 3-4 weeks. Christmas is upon us, 3-4 weeks. And you got Freeform, like I played earlier. Freeform, my favorite time of the year. Every Christmas episode, every Christmas movie, every Christmas TV show, every Christmas themed TV show, so you can't take it no more. Okay? Every Christmas movie from that classic Santa Claus Coming to Town, The Year Without the Santa Claus, all that stuff. Jack Frost, all the Toy Stories, every last 4 of them, everything. So you can't take it no more. All the Christmas stuff, you can't take it no more. And maybe last year they had leftovers after Christmas. I'll see. One second. All right, y'all. I'm distracted now, so y'all give me a minute here. All right. So, if you have what's it called, if you have it every year. Hold on a second here. Freeform has 25 Days of Christmas if you have it. Check it out on Freeform. Every doggone Christmas, every single day. Okay? It's going down. I'm really distracted right now. Y'all give me 1 second here. Okay. Alright. Alright, here. Now, the Royal Rumble is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. And the Royal Rumble for this year, my picks are going to remain the same. My pick for the Royal Rumble, I got 3 of them. First of all, my sentimental pick, I got CM Punk, the guy should have won last year. The what if pick, John Cena. And the one nobody wants, Roman Reigns. The winner of the Royal Rumble will take the winner of the Royal Rumble, gets the championship match at WrestleMania. Here's some facts here. The Royal Rumble was held at the Tropicana Fields last year, January 27, 2024. Cody Rhodes and Bayley were last year's winners. Brock Lesnar was replaced by Braun Breaker after a series of allegations in the Lesnar lawsuit, which was totally bullshit. Because Brock Lesnar don't like people, so I don't see Brock Lesnar doing that shit. Because Brock Lesnar don't even like people, so those allegations was a bunch of bull. But anyway, my picks for this year are going to be once again, I am picking once again my sentimental pick, CM Punk. Should have won last year. My what if pick. My what if pick. My what if pick is going to be John Cena. And the one nobody wants, Roman Reigns. Now, this is my advice on how to survive the Royal Rumble. You got 30 men. 30 men on each, both the men and the women. 30 men, 30 women. One winner. Last person standing will be the winner and go gets the championship match at WrestleMania. So, when you got 30 guys, so let's start with the women. That could main event the thing. Oh, cool. By the way, on NBC at 8:30 tonight on NBC, Frosty the Snowman. We going old school. Frosty the Snowman on NBC at 8:30. And of course on Freeform as well. Your classics on Freeform, but if you want to go you want to check out the old school, you can't wait till Freeform shows Frosty the Snowman. We got you covered. We got you covered with Frosty the Snowman on NBC tonight at 8:30 p.m. 30 people at random. So the first 2 will start the match. Every 90 seconds, somebody comes in the match. And this keeps going to get all the way to 30. Over the top rope, both feet touch the floor. That's you're eliminated. Last person standing gets go on WrestleMania. You do not. Here's where the loophole come in. You do not have to actually go in the ring when your number is called. You can take your sweet God bless his time. You can take your sweet God bless Texas time. That's what I meant. You can take your time going into the ring at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, the Royal Rumble. You can go sit by commentary. You can just take your time and just walk most of the crowd if you want to. Whatever you want to do. However you want to do it. Hang on a second. I'm all over the place here, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Okay. And you can also just sit there and wait. Because it's not over till the last person standing wins. So you can have, let's say you got 3 guys, 3 women per match, like in respective matches. And your number been called like minutes ago, 24 minutes ago. And you had commentary. You had the commentary disc. It's an hour match. It's an hour-long match. You at the commentary disc. They've been called your name. They've been called your name. You can easily just slide in the ring. Wait till the last 2 people. Get down to the last 2 people. You're good to go. However you want to do it, it's up to you. There is no wrong way to get in the Royal Rumble match. Last person standing wins this thing. So, I recommend you take your sweet God bless Texas time. Men and women, by the way. In the Royal Rumble match. When you're in the match, you get in the corner and hide. Out of sight, out of mind. Say out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, that's how we can you win this thing. And of course, back in the day, there was this maneuver. It was this rule here: the last person to win the Royal Rumble match. Hang on a second. The last rule there was, if a person's unable, the winner is unable or unwilling to go to the Rumble, then the runner-up should take their place. So the last person eliminated, and the first person wasn't able to take their place. So, Royal Rumble should be very interesting this year. Y'all, excuse me, I'm quite distracted right now. Doing a lot of things going on. I'm getting ready for tomorrow's show. Tonight's show has been canceled because the guy supposed to do it tonight is unavailable. That sucks. But hopefully, we'll get him on the show another time. We'll get him on the show another time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me for this rant. By the way, Wrestling Tracks is also on, we're going to move to Spreaker.com. The Blog Talk Radio is shutting down as of July 31st at around midnight. Hang on a second. That's right. So around midnight, we're shutting down here. Not we, but Blog Talk Radio shutting down. That's a Saturday at midnight. That's a Saturday at midnight. So we're gonna go to Spreaker.com over there on the Wrestling Tracks. You can still follow us on iTunes. I believe I can hopefully renew our original thing on iTunes, our original spot over there. If not, I have a second. You click on the second Wrestling Tracks over there on iTunes. We're on Spreaker.com as well. You go to Spreaker. Hang on a second. Click on Wrestling Tracks logo, our brand new one that is, and you type the thing here is, I can find it here. I gotta type it in. Give me 1 second here. All right. Let me type in the thing for you. All right, so you go to Spreaker.com. So that's, hang on a second. I mean, I'm all over the place, y'all. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so without the app, if you don't have the app, you can always download it. But if you don't have the app, I'm trying to find a way you can just go to it directly. So I gotta do it on my laptop here. Give me 1 second while I take care of this. You go to Spreaker.com. And look for Wrestling Tracks. see our podcast right there, Wrestling Tracks. It's Spreaker.com/podcast/wrestling-tracks. 2 hyphens 6407739. 6407739. So Spreaker.com/podcast/wrestling-tracks. 2 hyphens 6407739. Or just go to Spreaker.com, type in Wrestling Tracks, and you're good to go. And thank you very much for supporting us here. And if you would like to do that monthly, you can always click on the bottom right there where it says support in the yellow. And you can support for $9.99 a month, and you're good to go. And we thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Putting up with my random stuff here, cause I'm all over the place today. I'm preparing for tomorrow. I should do that today. I wasn't. This podcast is really out the blue. This whole episode is out the blue for sure. Cause I did not plan on doing an episode tonight of Truckers Pod, but here we are again. God bless you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, Brandon Wright is doing well in Japan. I hope he's in Japan. I hope he's doing well. And we'll see you another time. Next time we see you should be let's look at my calendar here. I would like to do one on Wednesday, so hopefully next week, God willing, I'm gonna be prepared for Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna try to do it in the morning. I'll go back to our morning schedule. Have a great day, everybody. See you another time. Peace.
Cruising down the highway, feel that groove. Trucking through the night, watch us move. Life on the road, we're living free. Join me right, come vibe with me. Truckers Pod, we're here to share. Watch us fly. For every mile we're here to unwind. Join the beat, leave your words behind. Stories of the road, laughs and good times. Funky beats rolling, feeling so fine. From the cab to the mic, we'll candidly chat. Life's a journey and we're all in that. Grab your gear, let's hit the air. Truckers Pod, where the vibes alive. Talking, laughing, trucks, watch us ride. For every mile we're here to unwind. Join the beat, leave your words behind.